Hey everyone, it's Sanguine Skull, or rather, the guy who plays Sanguine, I guess. Just wanted to go over a couple things. This isn't really a scripted thing, so it's going to be kind of all over the place, maybe a little bit nonsensical. I might repeat myself a couple times, but that's just the nature of the beast. I refuse to write a script and read it because it's kind of boring. So I just wanted to go over real quick a couple things. Mostly the reason why I'm stopping streaming. I don't know why I feel like I have to justify, uh, you know, ceasing my streaming activities. Really shouldn't have to, but it is what it is. I just feel like I have to. I don't know, but I'll try to make it a little quick. Last time I made a video, it made like almost like 40 minutes long when I was trying to describe it. So I'll try to make this quick. So I started streaming in 2020 as a kind of a coping mechanism, a hobby, just to kind of keep me busy because I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, which is a autoimmune disorder where your immune system attacks the protective sheaths over your nerves in your brain, can cause all sorts of not fun things to happen. Kind of threw my life for a loop. So streaming was one of the things that kind of helped me distract myself and kind of take my mind off things. Um, Here within the past year or so, I would say that I've kind of gotten a little bit jaded with streaming. I've started to feel like I have to stream, like I'm obligated to stream, which kind of stressed me out. I really don't like streaming if I don't feel like it. Um, I also kind of felt like I wasn't really going anywhere. Like I kind of felt like I had plateaued about a year and a half ago and not really experienced much growth. And it's a little disheartening, especially when the people around you are starting to grow and you are standing still. That was a bit disheartening. Kind of led to my decision to stop for a little bit. I'm also going to college as of recording this video. I'll be going to college in about a week and a half. Um, and I'm going to go for a 2 year degree initially, and then if I like what I'm doing, I'm going to try and go for a 4 year degree, which means I should be done with college by the time 2030 rolls around. Woo! Um, I don't know what I'm going to be doing after that. Hopefully, something that pertains to the degree I've got. Hopefully, at that time. For those of you who are curious, I'm going for I don't know the proper name for it. College lingos and college knowledge in general is kind of something I'm not super keen on because I this is my first time going to college. Um, but I'm going to go for a language degree, rather, basically a degree in Japanese. And my idea is to go to Japan and teach English to Japanese kids. I know it sounds like a weeb thing to say. Japan. Oh, I gotta go meet my waifu and talk to all the hotties that live in Akihabara. But no, I really enjoyed my time when I went over there in 2023. That was really, really fun, even though it was post COVID and my experience wasn't all that great thanks to some situations outside of my control. Um, but I really enjoyed my time there and I kind of want to go back. And so I kind of just want to, teach some kids English and hopefully do it better than some people seem to be doing it because, you know, I don't know. But that's kind of my goal. And and I'm gonna age drop myself here. I'm gonna show how much of an old man I am. I'm gonna be 31 in June of this year, so it took me this long to kind of figure out what I wanted to do for college, and I think it's a good thing I waited because I probably would have picked something completely different, about a decade ago when a little over a decade ago when I got out of high school. Um, and but that's kind of also the reason why I've stopped streaming is because where I'm going to be doing college stuff. I don't know how busy I'm going to be because it'll be college and a full-time job that I've got. Granted, that full-time job is only for the latter half of the week, but that's 12 hours a day for that latter half of the week. So yeah, it was just a mixture of me getting kind of jaded on my streaming and kind of feeling like I'm obligated to stream and not really finishing games or getting frustrated at things like my viewer count. And don't get me wrong, I am super thankful for everybody who has been sticking with me all these years I've been streaming and watching me and hanging out with me and stuff like that. And I want you guys to know, and I shouldn't have to say this, but I just feel like I want to. People who watch my stream, and I'm going to name drop some people here like Crispy, Brazilian, Ice, Frank, Deus, like other people that come by, and I'm sorry if I missed you. I just can't quite, I don't have it on top of my head right now. That does not dwindle your significance, by the way. I just want you to know that if I didn't name drop you, but you watch my streams consistently, don't feel like you are being left out. You are not. I'm just bad with names. I know it sounds silly, but it is what it is. You know, I am. I consider those people who watch my streams regularly not just viewers. They're not just numbers to me. They're people I consider friends. I consider a lot of people friends, and perhaps that is foolish, especially in the VTuber community where you might think you're friends with somebody like another VTuber, but they just see you as a means to an end. There has been a couple of people that I've streamed with that I feel like that may be what they see me as a means to an end and not a person to hang out with and do things with. But that's their prerogative. It kind of bothered me a little bit at the idea of such a thing being a thing. But anyway, getting off topic. Yeah, I'm just kind of taking a little break. The thing that kind of started this was me waiting for my models and stuff. I've got a 3.0 model in the works. Hopefully that'll be done sometime soon. Not that it really matters because I'm on a break right now, but that was kind of like the catalyst for this because I wanted to wait for everything to be in place before I switched on to the 3.0 Sanguine. I'm saying that with air quotes thing. I'm weird. Like I like things. I like all my ducks to be in a row. But I guess at the conclusion of all this, one might ask themselves, when are you going to come back, Sanguine? When are you going to start making content again? Well, every so often I'll make something for YouTube probably because YouTube is a little bit easier. I can, do it whenever I want to. I don't have to stick to a schedule to do it. So you might see some random stuff that does or does not pertain to VTubing on my YouTube channel, which is what this is uploaded to. As far as streaming goes, unless somebody asks me to do a collab with them or just stream with them or play games with them or whatever on stream, I really don't have anything planned right now. When I might come back, I don't know. That kind of depends on how busy college is going to keep me and how I'm feeling and just kind of how life is in general. If I had to take a guess, I might maybe come back around about my anniversary of getting affiliate on Twitch, which would be around about October. I always like to stream out in October. October is just a fun month anyway, probably my favorite month of the year. So if I come back, it might be on October. Now, there might be times where I'll come back and I'll stream for maybe a week or two on Twitch, but I won't actually be back, right? So unless I say something on my Twitter that I'm back, for good or whatever, just kind of consider my streams just a random, off the cuff basis kind of thing. Or maybe I might mention I'm streaming every now and again. I would say that if I come back to stream consistently, it might be after 2030. And you say to yourself, Sanguine, that's 5 years from now. How do you know I'm going to even be available 5 years from now? You're right. If you guys are moving on or see somebody else or whatever you want to see somebody else, like it's a freaking relationship. If you guys kind of move out of the whole VTuber thing, I know people change over the years, stuff like that, and they come back and you're not interested in watching me anymore, that's fine. But I would say that I might have the time to come back for sure in about 5 years. Now, that's not set in stone. I might come back earlier. Like I said, it all depends on how I'm feeling and how my college schedule is, and if it conflicts with my work schedule and all this other stuff. If I'm bogged down in college work, obviously I'm not going to be streaming. But wherever this road takes me, wherever things end up, I just want everybody to know that watches me that I really, really appreciate your when to hang out and watch me and interact with me and all that good stuff. It sounds like this is a bye video. This is not me leaving. This is just me kind of, like I said, expressing myself in a weird way. Oh, cool. I managed to keep this under 10 minutes. But yeah, like I said, I'm still hanging around on Discord. For those of you who have me on Steam, just feel free to shoot me a message on, Twitter, on Steam, on Discord. Or you just say, hey, Sanguine, hey, what are you doing? You want to play a game or you want to do whatever? Don't hesitate to reach out to me if you want to. I'm really bad at reaching out to other people, so if you feel like you want to play a game with me, just let me know. Worst I'll say is can't do it right now because I'm at work or some other thing. But yeah, That's going to be it for me, and I'll see you guys later.